Today is my birthday. Da-na-na-na-na-na. So today is my birthday, and in all honesty, I'm recording this one early because I didn't want to work on my birthday. But today's a really fun topic. So for our not live today, we are going to be talking about how to have six-figure months. I know some of you are thinking six-figure years, and I just want to blow and expand your mind that it is possible to have six-figure months, but you don't just happen upon them. So I'm going to talk to you about different strategies you can use to set yourself up for a six-figure month. And as always, I would love to hear from you. If you're on live, just type in live. If you're watching the replay, let me know. I will come back and answer questions, but let's be honest, it's not going to be today because I am turning 10 and a half, because I'm actually a leap year baby and it's not really my birthday. This is my fake birthday. But 10 and a half sounds more fun than 42. But I'm playing, and I hope that you will leave me some comments and questions and I'll answer them tomorrow. So let's jump into it. I have had six-figure months. I hope that by the time I'm recording this, I have just finished a six-figure month, but because I'm recording early, I don't actually know if that's true or not, but let's just say we're tracking it, okay? It's in play. So the six-figure months that I have had, none of them have been regular months. They've all been planned event sales or launch months. And that is what I see most commonly happening with entrepreneurs who are hitting six figures. They're doing events or they're doing launches, okay? And that they had a strategy. So if you want a six-figure month, you have to have a six-figure strategy. So let's talk about events because that's my favorite way to do it, but you can do this through launches too. Basically, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be driving a bunch of sales transactions in a short window of time. So instead of having, like in a normal month, you're going to be based around consistency of sales. We generate leads, we follow up with leads, we have sales conversations, we have sales conversions. What you're doing is you're squeezing all things down into a short time frame. If it's a launch, it might be over like a week or 2 weeks. If it's an event, it might be over 2 or 3 days. One of my crazy goals for this year, can I tell you my crazy goal? I realized at the beginning of the year that I have too many things in life that I want to do. And so I was like, is there a way, is it possible that I could do $1 million in sales this year and work half the amount of days this year? And as I started deciding, that's what I really want. I want to do $1 million in sales and I want to work half the days. I was like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And I realized it's got to be changing the sales strategy. So what we're doing this year is we are doing the vast majority of our sales through events. And they'll come through 2 different types of events. I run high-level mastermind for 6- and 7-figure entrepreneur women. Love those. They're super fun. And then I also run 2-day events where we help people build out their full marketing plan and build out and structure out their full sales strategy. So in 2 days, they get that done. It's a really cool event. And what it does is it allows me to get in front of a lot of the right ideal clients, and they really get to know me. Okay. They really get to know me because this is not the hardest thing. Don't you ever think with your clients, you go, if I could just figure out how to get them to really get to know me, then it would be so much easier to close deals. Well, events is a great way for people to really get to know you, or challenges or launches. So what you're doing is you're increasing the visibility so that more people are engaging with you in a short window of time than would normally engage with you over the course of a month. And then they are getting to go deeper with you, with your content, your material, your service. They're really getting in deep. And then because of that, you're going to be able to have more high quality sales opportunities come out of it. That's what it looks like on the front end. In the back end, let me just kind of give you a layout of how this can flow. Okay. I've done it several different ways. So I have done big in-person events where, we rent the space, we spend on advertising, we are working to fill the room, get people in, make it a packed house, and then we're offering from stage packages. We've done that. I like it. It's really fun. It's also a lot more expensive because the advertising is expensive, and so is the location. So I have also done 6-figure months with small events. So in a small event that's live and that's in person, I am bringing together, like just a small room full of really the right people. I've closed 6 figures at events with like less than 10 people there. So it's definitely doable. Okay. It's definitely doable. What we want to make sure that we structure in place there is that it's the right people. The right people. How do you do that? You charge tickets to the event. So a couple months leading up to the event, you're going to be selling tickets to that event, and that ticket price needs to be priced. So it really is going to weed out anybody who's not going to be a fit for your high-end offer. The third option is that you're doing online events, and you can do that as free or as paid. If you do it as free, you need more volume of registrations because you're only going to have somewhere between 10 and 20% of those people will show up because it's a free event. If you do paid registrations, you'll have a much higher percentage show up. But there again, you have to have a sales strategy to sell the tickets. So you'll be spending a couple of months leading up to it selling those tickets. And so then they come and you do the 6 figures. Now, here's where I think you have to be careful, is not having all your eggs in one event basket. Because what if that event, and I've had this happen too, where I'm like going, I'm like, yes, 6-figure month, we got an event, it's going to do it, it's going to be there. And then you get it and you're like, well, that was a bomb. That was not a 6-figure event. And we did not have a 6-figure month, and I was banking on it. So I don't like to bank on any one event. So how can you balance that out? You can either do events a couple of times a year and then you have consistency sales in between, or you can do events really frequently. Like maybe you're doing an event a month, and that way it doesn't really matter if one is not as great as the other because you have enough volume going on that they're going to build that consistency that you're looking for. In any case, you're not likely to just stumble upon a 6-figure month. It is going to take having the right strategy in place. But you get to decide how you like to sell. I really like deep. I don't like surfacey. I don't like to just give you a little hint and not give you everything. I like to go deep. So for me, the event model or even the challenge model, and we do those a couple times a year as well, where we'll do like a 7-day challenge or something. We actually have one coming up next month. We're doing our 7-day challenge on how to host profitable online events. And so it's a great way to meet a lot of people in a short window of time. What we do during that is it allows me to do what I love to do, which is I love to teach and I love to go deep and I love to establish relationships. So that sales model works really well for me. And in years past, I was good with like doing sales calls, multiple sales calls every week and closing people, or hiring a lot of closers and having them do the consistency calls. But I just feel like right now, what's resonating with me a little bit more is to work less days and just be more focused in the days that I'm working and squeeze all my sales conversations for the month into a weekend. Like that's a thing of beauty for me. I love it, love it, love it. So if you want to have a 6-figure month, I know you can do it. You can do it. The last piece of this, and this is the critical one, is you need to have a high ticket offer. Selling 6 figures with a $200 offer is going to be so expensive, so time consuming, so hard. Selling 6 figures with a $10,000 offer, you only need to close 10 deals. So if you were in person with 50 of your dream clients, don't you think you could close 10 at a $10,000 deal? Yes, you could. And it's easier to find really good event closers than it is to find really good consistency closers, because the event closers can come in, they can work for one weekend for you. They can walk away with their 10% or 15% of 100,000. They've got their 10 to 15K. They're good for the month. Like, yeah, they'll do that over and over and over again versus having to be on calls day in, day out. You can just find some really, really high caliber back of the room event closers. If this is something that you are interested in, and I don't know if it is, like truthfully, I haven't really done a lot of talking about this. This is kind of probably one of the first, maybe second times I've gone through this. If you want to know more about any pieces of this, ask questions. I'd be happy to bring it up again. We can chat about it in the group. But I look forward to you having an amazing rest of your day. I assure you, I'm having an amazing day of my own. And